Hi. So today what I'd like to talk about is some of the stuff that I've been getting in the mail from all of you people who watch, and I want to take the time out to say thank you. I would like to make a mailbag playlist here, so every time I get one of these things, if it's interesting, I can talk about it. But since I hadn't really thought about doing this, because I really only got like one thing in the mail a month, if anything, I didn't keep everything that came, all the letters. So unfortunately, some of the stuff that you've sent me, I'm not going to be able to give you credit for because I've forgotten your name. I'm sorry. I mean, some of the stuff that I get, like somebody will walk up to me and say, "Hey, look what somebody mailed you," and I'll go, "Hey, not right now. I'm aligning a micro BGA," or "Oh crap, I don't want this GPU to drop on the board," or "Wait, I'm dealing with 3 people at once while my Bluetooth headset is on while I'm typing notes." So, and you see what my desk looks like. Realistically, I'm not a filing clerk, so. Some of these things I'm not going to be able to give credit to people for, but I am going to try to remember every single one of them so I can say thank you in this video. The first thank you goes to James, who sent me this kit of a bunch of little tips that I can use for the flux here. So one of the things that drives me nuts is that I always manage to lose these little things on the edge of the flux. And people say, well, why don't you just buy more? Again, it's one of those things where, it's cheap, and I know I can order it. I know I can order it as soon as I have the time. So once I'm done with the day and everything is done and I've done all the inventory management, I've dealt with everything I had to deal with each individual employee, I've dealt with everything that I had to deal with in terms of finances and banking and end-of-the-year finances for the IRS, and I've fixed all the boards on the table, and I've answered all your questions on YouTube, and I've gotten back to every customer email. It's like 1 or 2 in the morning, and suddenly this just seems less important. So it was really awesome when James saw that I mentioned this in a YouTube video and actually sent me like all of these things that I can use of different sizes, different bends, different shapes, and I got a bunch of syringes. So this is pretty cool. I used to work out of a recording studio in Midtown Manhattan, and a lot of the people here know that, and it was on 30th Street, which is not exactly the nicest looking block, so I did get a lot of funny jokes when I got a bunch of syringes and what looked like needles in the mail from my staff, but I know what they're used for. Thank you for that. This has been going to good use already. I appreciate it very much. The second thing I got, and this makes me fairly sad to talk about because unfortunately it died an untimely death due to my careless stupidity. Second thing I got is this thing to pick the chip up when you're done. It's a suction thing. This came from, I don't have the letter, but if I look it up on YouTube, I will remember who you are because I always make an effort to remember the regulars who comment on my videos. This here came from S3PO Computers. It is a suction device which is used for picking up a package. So you can squeeze this thing. Let's see if I have a chip here so I can show you how this works. You can squeeze this like so. You touch it to the package. You unsqueeze, and then it's, well, it would pick it up if I had set it up right. Let's try that again. So squeeze. Pretty cool. And the thing is, you actually have a good, wow. Like with the one that I have right now, you got about 2 seconds with it. This thing I got almost 5 seconds, so this is pretty cool. Yeah, I just didn't have it set up properly for a second there. But see this? This is cool. So if the vacuum pickup on my machine fails, or I'm an idiot with using it, as I have been in some of these videos, I have this thing, which is pretty sturdy and is a really cool backup. Thank you very much. The third thing that I got here is this oven mitt. Now here's the thing. I got 2 notes. I actually got 2 notes on the same day for 2 different oven mitts. And I only have one of them here. So one of you might get offended because it may seem like I forgot who you are. I know that paper is here. Somewhere in this store, under the tape, under the reballing jig, which is on top of the soldering iron, which is next to the spilled can of mech, somewhere that's here. So I have here from an Atom R, I have an oven mitt. I don't know which one of these came from which one of you. I'm truly sorry. But 2 of you got me oven mitts, and you know who you are, and I have to say thank you very much. I have not been burning my hands as a result of it. So I got this one on the left over here, which is pretty cool. And I got this one over here, which is pretty silly, but it's been making me laugh for a while. Like this, it's a shark oven mitt and a regular oven mitt. So now I have 2. So if you want to send me an oven mitt, I'm pretty much I'm full, so I don't have a third hander, but I'm good. So thank you very much. I've actually been using this oven that I have here more as a result of it. So usually what I do when I clean motherboards is I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner. After that, I put them in like a little baking tray of 99% alcohol, and then I just let it dry off on top of the air filter for however long as it would take. I used to use compressed air for this, but as time goes on, I realized that compressed air may not be the best thing, because with compressed air, you're putting pressure on a board that's corroding and falling apart. Not really, not something I want to do in the future. So what I've been doing after I leave them to rest in the air filter is I put them in the oven, but I've been a little discouraged from doing that because I'm just tired of burning myself. Now that I have these, I find myself doing it more often, and I find it makes me just that little bit more productive. So thank you very much to you two who got these. I'm sorry that I lost the paper that came with one of these. I'm sorry I lost the paper that came with this thing. I know I will find it if I make the effort. Well, somebody here will find it. I probably won't, since I'm the one who loses everything. But I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate everybody who's taken the time to actually send something in, and it really does, in some small way, actually motivate me to keep doing these free videos. Because, you know, there are people who look at me and they wonder, so you run a for-profit repair shop? Yes. And you have a free YouTube channel where you're not just advertising, but showing people how to do every single thing that you do? Yes. And your business specializes in doing things that other people don't know how to do? I go, yes. And they just look at me and go, idiot. And on rare occasions, on those days where I'm just not feeling that great, sometimes I look and I go, idiot. And then I see stuff like this. Again, it's like a little, it's like a Sharky oven mitt, and like a little you know, suction thingy that just kind of reminds me that, you know, this is goodwill that's going out into the world, and it really does make the work worthwhile, even if it doesn't actually bring in money, which is cool. So thank you.